Salutations, fellow adventurers. Here we are back on the trail. Finally made it Red River Gorge. We're up here doing one of the Ridgecrest trails here, hiking in. Got a little late start today. Unfortunately, we had a flat on the way here, so we had to get a new tire. Par for the course for living the Grand Adventure, guys. But anyway, we're heading in now. It's a little after 4 o'clock. Like I said, a lot later than we wanted. We wanted to be here by like noon, 1 at the latest. But that's okay. Took a nice little gravel road up to this trail, and now we're hiking in. I believe it's Auxier trail, Auxier. So promises some very good vantage points. It's very heavily trafficked. There's actually quite a few people in here. You do buy overnight passes here at Red River Gorge. It's either 1, 3, or annual. We have a 3-nighter because we're going to be here the next 3 nights. And I was looking at the cars in the parking lot, and there's roughly 15 to 20 cars, and 3/4 of them have at least a night pass. So we're definitely not going to be alone. But we're going to ridge walk for a good ways, then descend down into our campsite. Should be next to a creek in that area if it's not already taken. But we'll definitely be filtering water there for the night, and then after that we'll find a campsite as close to that creek as possible, because I'd like to actually be there to filter some more water in the morning. But we'll see how that goes. Now, after the events of last weekend, last Friday, with the pranksters and whatnot in the woods, I am carrying my sidearm this time, just for comfort's sake. It is me and Alex today. She's with me, rocking the bright orange rain cover. As we were driving in, we did encounter a nice little thunderstorm. Visibility went way down. The temperature went from the mid-90s down to 75. So, trail's a little damp, but nothing major. Definitely not muddy right now. Thank goodness, after some of the trails we've seen lately. This way. And so far, pretty nice little trail. This is kind of wide open right here, but we're definitely high up. I don't know if you can tell, but we should get some vantage points. Yeah, little mud walking. A lot better than Wildcat, guys. Yeah. This might be a little overlook right here. Yeah, because there's no trail. Well, uh-oh, what's this? Oh, this might be the Double Arch Trail. These are a little slick where it rained.
Yeah.
Figure it's very safe and sorry. That's why I'm holding on this handrail. And it's not like they're muddy, and they're not muddy and they ain't got leaves on them. They definitely have leaves. What? Holy cow. Now this is probably why they call it moderate, because if we were coming up this side, which I wouldn't be surprised the other side looks like this.
I'm nervous.
You're good, just hold the side. These are a little bit clearer. It's definitely an easier way to take down elevation or gain elevations. Just, you know, you do it quicker, but it's gonna be harder on your legs going up or down. Definitely up. Oh my goodness. I was looking over here at this stuff. Wow, that's pretty awesome. Stay on trail. Dangerous cliffs. We will do. Definitely not. Yeah, that's what it looks like.
Oh, look at this for a second. They're so pretty. Oh, you're right behind me. Good God. I was trying to wait for you. God, you're long.
There's a woodpecker.
Got me startled with the heights and stuff, and then like random noises that I may recognize after the noise happens.
Look at the rock formations.
Oh my God, that's so...
It's unreal.
I know.
We were actually up there. Of course, back off of that side there, guys. We were back a little ways, but we were actually up there just like 3 minutes ago.
Something like that.
And it brought us down an actual set of stairs, as we showed you. And now we're working around and more stairs, yes. Kind of taking our time. It's a little slick right through here with the recent rain that we had, like that thunderstorm as we come in. Ooh, that's a big step there. Ooh. Wow. Still kind of cool, man. So guys, we came up to what's called Double Arch. And as we almost got here, there was a set of stairs we were coming up, and this came in on us. It's a really, really nasty thunderstorm. In fact, we were about 20 feet back this direction, and a lightning bolt actually hit the arch. I wasn't recording at the time, unfortunately, but we're under the arch, pretty close to the edge here. We're not too happy about being this close, but we really didn't have a choice because we were getting really soaked. Lexi somehow forgot her poncho, so she's using mine, but I do have a rain fly on my backpack, which definitely helps. But yeah, I mean, we're pretty high up, and we're just kind of stationed out right now until this kind of goes away a little bit, and then we're gonna get down out of here. We're literally less than a mile from our campsite where we're planning on camping for the night, and this came in on us, so this kind of sucks, but at least we were able to find some type of shelter to stay dry until it blows over. A typical thunderstorm for this area, so I'm not expecting it to last too long. Yeah, see, we're kind of safe in here. Staying dry. It's definitely raining pretty good though. I mean, it's wet out there. Awesome view. Let me go back out. Hug that rock really tight. This might be able to slip. But yeah, that was really, that lightning bolt, it was very close. It was actually scared the shit out of us. And I mean, we had heard a thunderstorm off in the distance. I mean, it was, I don't know, probably 15, 20 miles away. I mean, it was real distant. We heard one a hair bit closer right before that one, and then that one literally was right on top of us, and then this downpour came out of nowhere. We weren't expecting this. I'd even looked at the Doppler radar, and all of this was north of us, so I guess either just a general shift of the weather or whatnot, but it came in, and yeah, it just came out of nowhere, almost like a cloud burst, and it's just absolutely pouring the rain. But Like I said, we're dry for now. All we gotta do is get over to here and we're safe as far as this cliff. We are right on top of a cliff though. It's like 3 feet from us. I'm not happy about that, especially having Lexi with me, but it's better than being out in the rain and in an area where we could get hit by lightning. We're kind of under this here. We're not the tallest thing in the area, but we had nowhere else to go because pretty much we were out in the open, because it's open from here back probably 100 feet down that staircase. And with it raining like it was and the lightning coming in, I really just thought this was a better option for us at this moment in time. I was just really paying attention to it. Okay guys, so we come all the way down into the valley here and found this little hiker made site right beside. I mean, we're kind of close to the trail, but I really don't see any way that we're going to be able to get 300 feet from the trail without hiking even further. It is kind of neat. The sun is actually starting to peek out. You can see the sun shafts up in the forest there. But this site is, it's hiker made, you can tell. They've come in and kind of cleared it some. It's the first encounter you actually have to the creek. Right over here is a spot where we can get right down to the creek very easily to filter water. And in fact, we're going to be sleeping right beside it tonight. So this is what we get to listen to tonight as we sleep. I'm really looking forward to this. This is going to be awesome. It's a pretty little valley. It's full of evergreens. But yeah, it's definitely a pretty little area. We come down from that way, way up on those ridges up in there. The trail continues that way, which will head that way, be flat for a good ways, and then we'll start back up, probably up onto these ridges as we head back out towards the car. So we're going to start setting up and cool off a little bit with some water. And once we get site about set up, I think I'm actually going to hike back up this direction just a touch. I did have signal about 200 feet that way, and if we can get signal, I'm going to be able to at least call my wife, send a signal, send a text and everything, let everybody know we're okay. Okay guys, so we've got site set up. Come down here. I'm going to filter a liter of water real quick for my dinner. We did hear thunder, so we're going to try to do this pretty quick. So I figured I'd show you the new Sawyer Mini, or Sawyer Micro, excuse me. This is my water filter kit. I do have my Sawyer Micro. These are some purifying tablets. If we absolutely need those, we can use those. I do have a dirty cup that I use to scoop the water into my bladders. And I've got 2 bladders in here, and I also have the straw that you use to blow the, push the water back out, the dirty water out of your filter. But we're going to do this pretty quick because I don't want to get rained on. We actually have blue skies directly above us. That's actually out to the northeast, so I'm kind of hoping it just kind of skirts the side and we don't see that storm. But we've already been through one today, so it won't be that big a deal. And of course, this is the bottle I'm going to be filtering into. So, I carry 2 bladders with me. This comes with the Sawyer Micro. It's a liter bladder. And I actually purchased this at Walmart. It's an outdoor products. It's a liter as well. I've actually been using this one for over a year now. It works really well. So, let's see if I can find a nice little spot to do some filtering here. It's like pretty decent clean water. It may have a little bit of sediment in it, but I'm not stressing that. I always clean my filter out when I go home anyway, so it'll be fine. So since this isn't very deep, I could dip this in if it was like a lake, and of course it would fill up. But I normally use the cup, kind of scoop some of that sediment out of the way and get some fresh, clean water. Just gonna pour this down in here. Get that whole liter filled up. That way I can get that bottle filled up. I don't have to deal with having to go and get extra water. All right, now if you noticed, as I was pouring that in there, I did get water on the sides. So what you do, you take a clean rag, I'm using my buff right now, and you get these drips off, because if you don't, once you turn this bottle up with your filter on there, it's going to drip into your clean bottle, and your water's contaminated, and it's pointless to filter. And you can also contaminate the edge of your filter, which means it'll have to be sterilized as well, and that can be a pain in the butt. So, got it all wiped off really good now. We'll come over here and we'll take a look at this Sawyer Mini. Really awesome. Or, excuse me, Sawyer Micro. I'll get it right here in a minute. So, if you're familiar with the Sawyer Mini, it's half the size. The Sawyer Mini is half the size of this, but its flow rate is pathetic. It's horrible. Very, very, takes time consuming to try to get it to actually filter. You also have the Sawyer, what's the other one? Sawyer Squeeze. Sawyer Squeeze, that actually is double this size, but the flow rate is actually comparable to this. This flow rate with this particular device is almost identical. So the drop of rain, let's hurry. So we're going to squeeze this, turn this on here, take the top off, keep this clean, because it will touch your filter. Set it right here on this clean bag. Pop this out. Get your bottle open, clean bottle, never put dirty water in it. And I normally kind of, get the rock out of the way, put it in the arches of my feet there. Gives it good balance, it won't go anywhere. And then we'll just filter the water out on down in here. See, if you notice that filter rate's pretty nice. It's very comparable to the Squeeze. Jenny has the Squeeze. I had the Micro for a while. Like I told you in the other video, I did let it freeze, so it became null and void. The filter shattered, basically, I'm sure, and I didn't want to take a chance on using it and getting dirty water out of it. So I'm going with this right here. This was $27.99 on Amazon. When it first came out, it actually was $22.99. I did go up before I was able to get a hold of it. And I wouldn't be surprised if this actually goes up in price higher than the Squeeze, because I think it's a better device. Because it weighs less, it takes up less space in your pack, and like I said, the filter rate is comparable. I would have to look it up. I'll put it on, like a little annotation either here, or something like that, guys. The Squeeze does have a much higher capacity. It'll filter more water over its lifetime than this does. But, I mean, I know, if I remember correctly, the Squeeze itself actually filters more water than you averagely drink in your life. So, these devices, they'll last you years. So I actually have a little bit extra water left in there. So I'm just going to carry that up and drink on that instead of wasting it. This is full. So this bag actually holds a little bit more than a liter. But I will go ahead and cap this off to keep it clean as we carry it up. And that's your idea of the Sawyer Micro. I really like it. You can see it says Sawyer Micro right there. Good device. The Squeeze or this, it's personal preference. But I definitely wouldn't recommend, between having those two options now, I would not recommend getting the Sawyer Mini. The only price is it's 20 bucks. I mean, spend that extra 7-8 bucks, get this, or spend the extra 11 and get the Sawyer Squeeze, because they're better devices. Better flow rate. They have a longer capacity, like double the capacity of the Mini. Just better device all the way around. But this is where we're at for the night. We'll show you the site here in just a second. Definitely enjoying it so far. Tomorrow we will actually be crossing the stream, which, like I told you, it's not going to be hard. And then we're going up the ridge and back out of here to go to our next area. Well, guys, it's about 8:30. It's come in another little rain shower, thunderstorm. We're kind of camped out under here. We've got this nice little setup. We'll show it really good to you tomorrow, but I mean, we have an entire area that's going to be dry. Got the backs lowered, the middle kind of up, where we can kind of just sit back up in here and just really relax for the night. It's been a rough day between thunderstorm under double arch, flat tires, But the cool thing is we are actually up in here all comfortable now. Right beside that creek. It's actually right over here. We actually had to move sight just a touch. We actually initially had it up over here, and the trees were a little bit too far apart, so we decided to move down literally about 20 feet and hit this area, and this actually worked out better, I believe. I think we're going to be better tonight than we would have been. But yeah, nice little rain shower to start the night. We hadn't even had dinner yet. We've just been we got set up, kind of relaxing a little bit. Was able to get a signal out to call the family for a minute, which was great. I did get cut off once the storm come in. I think I lost signal then. So I'm gonna try to get back up there before it gets too dark. If it quits raining, and call back and at least tell them, hey, sorry it cut off, love you, good night type idea. But if I don't, they know we're safe. They know exactly where we are. I did send Jenny, as we were descending from Double Arch, basically I took the map, circled it, and sent her an attachment sent over to show exactly where I thought we would be camping, and we are actually smack dab in the middle of that circle. So I picked a good spot, and yeah, we're comfortable. So gonna go ahead and get off here. Probably gonna start working on dinner here in a minute. I think we're both doing tacos. You doing tacos? Yeah, we're both doing tacos again. I think we're going to do chili tomorrow. Lexi's got stroganoff for Tuesday night, and I've got tacos again. So,
I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's Taco Sunday.
Taco Sunday. But yeah, we're going to get off here. And we'll check back with you as the night goes along, guys. Well, guys, it got kind of dark here on us. It's after 10 now. Wow, a little bit tired. We did a hike. Cornell Trail is about 4.2 miles, so that's kind of neat. Got a red lamp on my black diamond, just kind of shining on my face right now so you can see me. Do have a lantern up back here right now so we can see to kind of finish up the rest of our chores. Got our bear bag up. It's about 75 feet away, about 12 feet up in the air. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. And Lexi's brushing her teeth, and basically we're just kind of relaxing. And it's not gonna be long. We're gonna probably lay down and get ready for bed. Probably next hour or so. The rain did die off. Haven't heard any thunder, seen any lightning. Basically, we're hearing some drips come down off the trees. You can hear the creek down here flowing. That's about all we've heard for the night. It's really quiet, really comfortable. Lots of bugs.
It's a butterfly.
Yeah, it is a butterfly. Night butterfly. Cool. But we're going to kind of relax for a few more minutes. It is actually kind of warming up a little bit. Well,
The squirrel just ran through our campsite, and it went right underneath you.
we had a squirrel just run underneath my hammock. Awesome. Didn't even hear it, did you?
I saw it.
Well, I mean, I didn't hear it.
I did. I heard it moving over here, looked, and saw it jump.
I'm glad we got our bear bag up. It'd be eating our stuff. We don't have anything in our packs. We've got all of our trail mix and everything put up, so we shouldn't have any problems. But yeah, nice little rodents here in the site. Interesting. But anyway.
I scared the crap out of me.
But anyway, we're going to go ahead and chill out for a few more minutes and get ready for bed. Well, morning, guys. It's about 7:30, 8 o'clock. Just got up. It rained most of the night. Ground's good and saturated, so we're going to have a nice little hike out. But we're going down here to check this creek to see if the rains have kind of made the level go up a little bit, so we'll know whether or not we want to use our camp shoes to hike over across this, or if we want to. I think we could get across in our regular shoes, because it's got those big rocks right through there.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
But anyway, it did rain most of the night. It actually got relatively cool as well. We were expecting temperatures, according to everything we looked at, AccuWeather, all of the weather services. The lowest temperature we were supposed to see last night was 68 degrees. It's much cooler than that. I'd even put it in the upper 50s right now, but I believe that's where we're down in this valley. But this is our view this morning, guys. I actually got very cold last night, so I didn't rest very well. I will definitely grab my sleeping bag off the car for the next 2 nights. Because if it even gets remotely as cool, I want it. Yeah, I think we can get across those rocks right through there.
Yeah. I'm
Right through
shivering
here
because
on up.
I'm shivering because of where I got my shoulders soaked.
Yeah, it's cool. Well, like I said, I mean, you know, we were talking 68 degrees was supposed to be the low last night, and
Now it's like, what, 50 something?
I put it in the upper 50s, low 60s, and it was even cooler before the sun come up. Like I said, that's why I didn't rest well. I kept waking up. Well, I mean, the thing is, I laid down, and I had my shirt hanging up on the outside of the hammock.
Mm-hmm.
I actually reached out and grabbed it and threw it across my legs as a makeshift blanket. And I mean, that sufficed for a little while, but then it got good and cold.
I got kind of chilly for a little bit, but where I was wearing like all of my clothes, including socks, because my sleeping bag got wet.
But the thing is, look what we woke up to today.
That's so cool. We couldn't see that last night. I'm still shivering.
So here's where we hung our bear bag. Pretty decent height there. Didn't do the PCT style last night because it was dark and we just didn't feel like looking for a branch, which right there's one. Could have used that one. Go ahead. Just get this first.
Okay.
Yeah, get that. Actually, slide it through it. Yeah, because I just kind of had it just sitting there, so it
I'm sorry, tree.
Yeah, there you go. And it should just pull. Give it a pull. Yeah, there you go. And then just untie it. Hold that and just slip that through. There you go.
I'm working on it, Dad.
There you go.
Please, confuse me.
All right, there you go. And just lower it down slowly.
You said slowly, and I'm like, ah. No.
Well, it's good enough as long as you don't let it slam into the ground.
No, I would never.
All right, there you go. Yeah, it's really pretty this morning, even with it being really wet up in here. It did rain most of the night. Swat down. We'll take a look and show you exactly how we set up site because we didn't really get to do that because with the it's getting dark on us, and with the weather, it got dark earlier because of the cloud cover. So I'm on the left here. Lexi's on the right. And what we kind of did to give us a little bit more, I guess you call living space and such, hung my poncho up right here to dry, which that was kind of pointless because it really didn't. We kind of intertangled our rain flies kind of over each other and everything. Made sure it had enough drainage where it come down and get out of the way. There was only like one little spot like right here that the water kept catching a little bit. But yeah, we kind of did that. And then, of course, my hammock, Lexi's hammock, and plenty of space in here that was dry for us last night. And that worked really, really well. And this is what we woke up to this morning. Nice pine / deciduous forest. It's really pretty down in here, guys. And just the sound of the creek, if you can hear. This is what we kind of listened to all night long. Now, if we could stay at the other side, it even would have been more prevalent because we would have been closer. But unfortunately, like I said, those trees were just a hair bit too far apart. I think we could have got one hammock up, but not both of them. And we really didn't want to be that far apart. I mean, if Lexi was an adult, or if we had more people, it probably wouldn't have been so bad. But she was really wanting me right beside her, and I don't mind that. That way if she needs me in the night, I'm right there with her. I just feel safer doing that. Now, if I'd been by myself, yeah, the other site's where I'd have been. But this one worked for us. And like I said, that over there is definitely an established site. And that was the very first one we had seen the entire way in. So, but we're going to get some breakfast and get packed up, dry off some of this equipment a little bit as best we can. And then we're going to get out of here, guys. Got packed up, starting our hike back out of here. We'll knock out this first elevation today. think we figured out between the two trails we're going to have 2, possibly 3, depending on how we feel and what time it is when we get over to the other trail. But right now we're walking along this creek, which is the same creek we filtered from earlier, you know, last night and this morning, because I did get a couple of liters of water for Lexi to drink as we head out and everything. But this is literally right beside the creek. It's really pretty. Deep down in this valley, the humidity's starting to pick up a little bit, and it definitely it's starting to get a little bit warmer. It's a little after 10, so it took us about an hour and a half to eat breakfast and pack up. It's a little slow, but we did try to dry some stuff off so we didn't have as much water weight carrying. I don't think it helped a lot because my pack is a little bit heavier. I could definitely feel it. And there's bugs all through here. A little bit of mud walking, but not too bad. Right here on the side of this creek. But this is what we're looking at. So we're going to enjoy this Monday. It's definitely a lot brighter. We did hear a clap of thunder about an hour ago, but it was off in the distance. And we haven't heard anything since. So we're praying, hoping that we don't have to deal with any more rain. Ooh, watch Lex, a little bit of stinging nettle on the left, or on the right, I mean. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and close up, and as we get through this trail and start seeing some sights, we'll definitely get back with you and let you see what we're looking at. Still real pretty down this valley, guys. We're about a quarter mile from where we camped. If you can see, the creek is actually literally right over there. It runs right through there. When we come up on this area, that would have been great for camping. There's multiple trees to hang hammocks. You can get a tent in here. So this is roughly 4 1/3 miles, 4.5 miles clockwise on the Auxier trail, like I said, Auxier trail, however they say it. But this would have been a great site. I kind of wish we'd have held out and hiked the extra quarter mile, but we were worried about the thunderstorms coming in on us. But this would have been really nice. It's all open and such. Looks like they may actually have a fire pit back over there between those 2 logs, which I guess people would sit at. This would have been a killer site. But we're actually getting ready to start our elevation gain. We're going to bang this out and get up here on this ridge and start walking back towards the car, guys. And we do see some sun. Hello, yes. Awesome, let's dry out, guys.
You can see it like on the trees and everything.
Yeah, I know, you get sun shafts and everything. It's pretty awesome. All right, guys, we'll check back with you as we see some stuff. We're going to be heading up right now to Courthouse Rock, and we'll take a look at that, show you guys what it looks like, and then we're going to head south back to the car, guys. Because I mean, I was watching some of that video I got on the phone yesterday from up there during that storm. Oh my God, you could see the. Oh, this is gonna be fun going up. We'll take our time. Which the good thing is, once we actually get up this elevation, we're done on this trail, as far as elevation anyway. I mean, 90% of it will be over. Whew. All right, feeling the legs burn. Told you it was going to be pretty much all at once. Now, let me see if I got that message sent out to your mom yet. That's only 11. It's only about 11. So guys, we made it up here to Courthouse Rock. Got awesome, awesome view looking down over the valley. We actually just come up out of there. It's roughly 600 feet. And this is the Courthouse Rock area. We're just kind of walking around it right now looking. Really pretty awesome being up here on this mountain. This whole area is pretty nice. I actually have a few backpackers up here with us coming in this area. Kind of up on this cliff here, so we're gonna may not go much further. I don't want to endanger Lexi too much. So it is a pretty substantial drop off there. That's actually Courthouse Rock there. That's it. Look at that. Look at the coloration in the rocks. Be really awesome in the fall with no leaves. I'm not going to try to venture down all this that close to cliffs with a 35-40 pound pack on right now because everything's wet. It's extra heavy. But I did want to get over here as close as I could to see it. It's pretty awesome, guys. That's a pretty substantial drop off though. So we're going to go back. I told Lexi to kind of chill out over here at the beginning of this little area. We'll walk around and see if maybe we can find another little vantage point. See, this gets really close, guys. All right, go ahead. Go back that way. Might walk around the backside and see if there's a way we can get over there a little bit closer that's not quite as treacherous. I don't know if there is. Nothing else, maybe we can get a better view of it. Can you go through there? Or?
If you go this way, there's a big like rock that you can climb up.
Yeah. Big bee's nest right there in the ground, guys. And ladies and gentlemen, this is why I hike. That's Courthouse Rock right there, guys. We were just over there. I was right pretty much at the base of it. But this is the gorge in all its glory. And we are up here. We have about a 1.75 mile hike back out. These stairs were actually harder than that 650-foot increase we just did out of the valley. I hate stairs. So we're up here ridge walking, pretty much along this ridge, going back to the car, guys. It is phenomenal. I'm so glad we waited till today to come this side, because with the sun out, it's just awesome. Look at that over there. That's so cool. Well, guys, we finished up the Auxier trail. Auxier trail, I'm not sure exactly how it's pronounced. I need to look that up, but finished that up. All trails said we did about 6.5, 7 miles. I'll get the final tally for you later on. It is blazing hot. Car only says 85, but I'd say the real feel is much hotter. You can't tell I'm sweating. That last part of the trail after we passed Courthouse Rock was, what do you think, Lex? That was rough.
I'm sunburned.
That's probably, well, but that was probably some of the hardest trail I've done. It's a lot of rock scramble, up and down rocks, a lot of rock walking, very hard on the feet. A lot of up and down too, and it wasn't just like, you know, you'd go down 20, 30 feet and then back up 25. I mean, there was a couple of times, you know, we probably descended 100 feet and then had to go back up another 100. That was pretty difficult. I mean, we weren't expecting it to be quite that hard. Consequently, it took us a little bit longer than we wanted. Where our packs were heavier with everything wet too, that didn't help. Also, I had my my rain fly on my right side. It slipped towards the bottom of the pack, and it actually, because of the extra weight, where it was wet, I've got a pull on my right hip, so I've got to work that out before we get over to our next trail. We're going to leave here. We're going to go find a gas station and get some Powerades or stuff like that to kind of get some electrolytes, just because, yeah, I've got to get gas anyway. I'm down to a quarter tank. And we're probably going to get some lunch here in a minute. We've got tuna and cheese. I think it might be what we do. But if we happen to see maybe a burger place, we might just stop and get a couple of burgers or something like that. You know, I might get a good big salad. That sounds pretty good too. But it's actually 12:45 right now, and I'm wanting to be over to the next site no later than 7, and it's about a 3.5, 4 mile hike. It shouldn't be quite as difficult as what we just did. Plus, I think if we get some electrolytes, a little food in us, it'll help too. So we're gonna give us a shot and see what we can do. I guess if we can only get in about 3 miles today before it hits 7, we'll do what we got to do. So as we were hiking out, there were quite a number of sites that were hiker made on that ridge as well. However, you are prohibited from camping there now. For one, it's actually on the cliffs towards, you know, if you were there at night, it'd be easy to walk off and fall to your death. Plus, you can tell that those particular sites where they are close to this trailhead, they've been used, and the area looks degraded. And they do have signs up saying, you know, restoration area, you know, do not camp here. This place has been disturbed and destroyed by campers. And so, you know, we were looking at those as we come out, but it was beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful. Hard trail.
I'm pretty sure my eyelashes are sweating.
Yeah, I mean, we probably sweated out any water we took in. So I know we both probably had at least 1.5 liters of water on that trail. But we're going to head on over here and do what we got to do, and we'll see you back on the trail, guys.